Hello, 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 people of the interwebs. I am here to tell you about the causes and effects of sleep deprivation in teenagers. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is sleep deprivation? Well, I'm here to tell you, to enlighten your mind, if you will. Sleep deprivation is basically not getting enough sleep or the recommended hours of sleep for your age group. You are welcome. Now, say for instance, teenagers need about 10 hours of sleep to not be some dead weight on the side of the road. You know the type. Yeah, it's not fun. Anyways, I have done a lot of research, so I am basically the authority to tell you about the causes and effects of sleep deprivation. The causes are very common, everyday things, but the effects are very interesting. So let's start with the effects. So basically, sleep deprivation can affect you on all levels of life, whether it be mental, social, or academic. Now, I'm going to introduce you to someone. His name is Bob. Bob is going to be the representation for the rest of the thing, so you're going to get used to seeing him. Yeah, Bob's not going to survive this, so enjoy him while you can. Now, Bob, he did not get the recommended 10 hours of sleep for his age group. He only got 8 out of the 10 hours. How did he manage this? Well, that's simple. Bob was out partying. See, he's going to get those little sunglasses. He wants to make friends. He has a social life. I wish I had one of those. Anyways, Bob is going to wake up the next morning. He's going to feel awful, dreary. Basically, it's a hangover. And he has to go to school. He can't just sleep in for those 10 hours. Now, he is not going to absorb the information. His mind is too tired. He's not going to be focusing, which means that his grades are going to plummet. I've so graciously given him an A, and he plummeted it down to an F. How ungrateful. Anyways, after class, he's going to go sit by his friends at lunch, because he has those now, I guess. I am truly a generous human being. So, now, Bob is not going to be able to focus on what they're saying, and he's just not going to remember anything. So when he gets home, Bob is going to take a nap. Good for him, right? Well, not exactly. See, Bob is going to sleep, which means that he'll have less time on his schoolwork. And when you have less time on your schoolwork, that means you're not going to get it done, which will lead to a very vicious cycle of stress and sleep deprivation. It all starts with less sleep than you usually do, and then you want to take a nap. And then you have to complete that schoolwork that you missed out on because you were taking a nap, which will make you work later and make you have less sleep. Not fun. And Bob is going to spend so much time napping and getting schoolwork done that he's not going to have enough time and interaction with his friends and family, which I gave him for free. Again, I am so generous. He owes me everything. And now Bob is going to feel left out. He's going to feel isolated. He's going to feel sad. And he's probably going to develop some mental health problems from all that stress, and these can actually manifest in different ways. He might get depression, or he might even develop narcolepsy, which, for those of you who don't know, it's falling asleep at random intervals of the day, and he might even have some anxiety from all that stress he's been feeling. But let's move over to the causes. What causes these effects of sleep deprivation? Like I said, it's many common things. Let's start with caffeine. So here's Bob. He's supposed to be drinking a can of a caffeinated soda. I say supposed to because that's what I told him to do, but now he's just shoving it in his mouth like a burrito. Like I said, I gave him that A. Bob is not the brightest. And I'm not talking about any normal amount. I'm talking about 2 cans of Monster or 2 cans of Red Bull. And most other energy drinks and sodas contain more than that amount. And let's be real, everybody drinks at least 2 cans, and that will just lead to Bob staring at the ceiling because his body can't fall asleep. It wants to run around. It is full of energy, which will just keep him up late. I know that many of you have felt this because you have drinking more than 2 bottles of Mountain Dew or Monster on a school night for some reason. And there are also many other reasons, but electronics is another big one. See, Bob is so excited to have electronics. Now, this is going to be represented by a phone, but there's also many other things like consoles, other gaming devices, and TV. But like I said, it's going to be represented by a phone, and why he's so excited, it's not an Apple. Let's be honest here. And it's less obvious in how it affects you because it makes your brain really active. Almost like caffeine, except your brain is so distracted with all the things that you looked up that it won't focus, and it's even going to grow eyes, a mouth, and a tongue, and it's going to spit in your head. That's a fact. Don't look it up. Just trust me. It is. Now, like I said, there's many other causes of sleep deprivation, but that'll get too long, and I'm too lazy, so let's move on. Now, what is the main takeaway from this? Well, I have 2. One, it's really easy to get, especially for teenagers with all of the schoolwork and electronics, especially nowadays, and it hits hard, man, like seriously. It is really hard on you. Now, why would I decide YouTube to spread this abomination for anybody who accidentally sees it? Well, one, I like big red buttons, and there's no other platform that has a big red button. So, naturally, I like it. And second of all, creativity. Like, no other platform lets you be as creative, and YouTube is creativity just like out of the wazoo everywhere. There are even cat videos and people watch them and like them. Anyways, there's also widespread use, which is just everybody has access to YouTube, and almost everybody watches YouTube, and especially teenagers, they really like YouTube. See, even Bob likes YouTube. So yeah, everybody can like YouTube. There's something for everybody. And on a more serious note, though, sleep deprivation is a serious problem in teenagers. Like I said, we're focused on schoolwork, electronics, it's a big thing. And some teenagers even like wear it as a badge of honor, like, I got less sleep than you. I know that we talk about it with, like, in my friend group, it's just something that should not happen. It should not be a thing. Anyways, if even one person survives it to the end, I would love it if you'd share it with other people, that, especially those that you feel like, because it's not just for teenagers, it's everybody up. And if more than one person sees this, I will feel like I have done good in the world because I'm a good person. And I want my ego to be bigger. Anyways, you know how I said that Bob wouldn't make it to the end? Well, yeah, I meant it. You're never going to see Bob again after this. Well, say bye to Bob.